I made my family disappear. I made my family disappear. I made my family disappear. Does anyone know what famous movie that famous line is from? Well, it's in the description. But that is from the ultimate famous classic from the 1990s, Home Alone, which stars Macaulay Culkin as Kevin McAllister, right? This cute little kid who is seen by his family as a troublemaker, as a nuisance, as someone who is just getting in the way. And in the film, he has this moment where he realizes that he makes his family disappear. And you know, as an adult watching children's movies, as someone who is more awakened and enlightened now, watching children's movies, there is so much that you can learn from this movie about, I'm going to say it, emotion and the power of words and the law of attraction. So you know I like to break things down, so let's get into it. Many of you are probably familiar with the term, the law of attraction, right? It was a book by Rhonda Byrne, and it was also a documentary by Rhonda Byrne. And it talks all about the ancient traditions that have historically happened where people have used their own power to align with what it is they want and to attract what it is they want into their lives, right? And if we look at the movie Home Alone on a deeper level, this movie is talking just about that. The idea that when you put extreme emotion into something, when you put extreme energy into something, you can bring that thing into your life. You can create your own new reality. So people, my loves, the power of your words combined with emotion, that is your energy in motion. That is you being able to do whatever it is you desire and bringing that instantly into your reality. Yeah. You have the power to create whatever it is that you want. That's why it is really important to be mindful and to be aware of the words that you are speaking. Because when you speak words, you are creating a new reality for yourself moment to moment. In many of my other videos, I talk about choices, right? But in addition to the choices that we are making every moment, right? Because you're always one decision away from a totally different life, you're also making decisions about what your life, what your day is going to be like by the words that come out of your mouth, right? So when you wake up in the morning and you hit the alarm clock and you're like, oh my gosh, another day, I'm going to be like going to work and it's going to be annoying. And you're actually reciting what your reality is going to be, right? Because you're putting emotion into the words that you're saying. So the universe doesn't know bad from good. The universe is hearing the words that you're saying and saying, okay, that's what you want to create today? Okay, we're going to create that today. As opposed to, right, the reverse, where your alarm goes off, you turn it off, and then you say, today is going to be an awesome day. I'm going to meet so many interesting people today. I'm going to have such great conversations today. I'm going to have such a great energy-filled day today. I'm so excited about all the abundance that's coming into my life today. Do you see that for both of those situations, I used my same level of energy? It was just on a different frequency. And we're going to get into frequency and all of that in a minute. But let's go back to Home Alone because you know I like to break things down. And I am a huge movie analyzer. That's something I love to do. Like, just when I watch films, you can ask my partner, I love analyzing films. So let's think about Home Alone, right? So Kevin McAllister is this little boy. I think he's like 7 or 8 years old. I can't really tell in the movie. But he's this little boy. His family says to him, you know, you're a nuisance, you're incompetent. And all he wants to do in the opening of the movie is he's trying to ask someone for help to pack his bag because no one has taught him how to pack a suitcase. And he's supposed to be going on this trip. But and you know when you have signs, when the universe is trying to direct you into a different way, ooh, and you're asking for something and the universe isn't giving it to you and you're thinking like, why is this not happening? And it's just because that's not the path you're supposed to go, honey. So Kevin, unknowingly, is asking people for help to pack this suitcase for this vacation that he's supposed to be going on, but he's not actually going to go. So the universe, nobody's helping him, right? So he starts getting frustrated because everybody's saying, like, get out of the way. You're so small. You're annoying. You're a nuisance. And so he goes up the stairs, and this is the part where energy in motion or emotion comes into play. He's going up the stairs, right? He gets to the top of the stairs and he said, there's so many people in this house. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. When I grow up and when I get married, I'm living alone. And he's screaming at the top of his lungs, right? He's giving all his emotion out. He says, you hear me? And he jumps up and down. I'm living alone. I'm living alone, right? And when you feel that kind of emotion, right? Even me talking right now to you, when you raise your level of vibration, whether it is you screaming in anger or you screaming in joy, right? You are vibrating on such a high frequency that whatever words are coming out of your mouth, you are essentially aligning with those things that you are talking about and you are bringing them into your reality. Yes. Right? A lot of people say that before they won the lottery, every day they acted like they won the lottery, right? They said, oh my God, I'm so happy that I woke up this morning and I won the lottery. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Because the most important thing in attracting things to your life is the emotion, the energy in motion that you put behind it, the feelings that you feel that you put behind it. And whether we are aware of it or not, we are experiencing vibrations every moment, right? We are experiencing energy exchanges every moment, right? Have you ever been, I mean, I live in New York City, where people are always, walking fast and bumping into each other, right? Have you ever felt a transfer of energy where you're walking past somebody and they brush you and then you feel their energy on your body and you're like, oh, or you've been in a room or around people that their energy is just like, ugh, you want to shake it off? That's real. That's real, right? And the same thing about the energy that you put out into the universe. It's real and it's powerful, honey. It's powerful, right? So Kevin, he's jumping up and down and saying, you hear me? I'm living alone. I'm living alone. And when he wakes up the next day, he looks around and it's quiet and he realizes that he actually created his own reality. And he realizes that he's actually living alone and he made his family disappear. And at first his face is like, I made my family disappear. And he's like freaking out, right? Because sometimes you don't realize the power that you have. You don't realize the power of your own words until you actually realize that you're able to attract things into your life. And then he thinks about all the experiences that he was feeling and experiencing from his family. And he says it again. I made my family disappear, but he says it with an expression of joy on his face. And the premise of the film, right, is a little bit wow. Like you're like, wow, this little boy is in this big house all alone during the holidays. And it's like, But it kind of talks about reality in the sense that while that concept is really scary to think about as a parent, on a deeper level, it's like he literally jumped. And if you'd like me to do a video about the concept of quantum jumping, let me know in the comments, and I would love to talk about that. But he essentially jumped from one universe where he was the one who people were always putting down into another universe where he had the power to be alone by himself as he requested and live life on his terms, right? And with any sort of shift in reality or any sort of awakening, when we first step into it, right, it doesn't feel that comfortable. It's like putting on a new pair of shoes. When you first step into this new pair of shoes, in this new reality, let's call it, you're like, these are kind of uncomfortable. Or you try a new job, or you're in a new city, right? You feel super uncomfortable at first because you don't really understand your surroundings. But he was able to adjust eventually, right? And realize his own power, and that he was going to be okay. And he was. And that speaks a lot to when we do create our reality, when we do step into another realm of reality, a new realm of reality, a new form of life, make a decision and step into a new path. At first, it may be uncomfortable, but once we adjust our minds, our bodies, right, we're there and we're able to thrive. So let's look at the word emotion for a second, because emotion is something that is passed around a lot. You know, when I was growing up, when I was a kid, people used to always say, oh my God, you're so emotional. And I mean, yeah, that's true, because I feel a lot of feelings, but it's great now for the work that I do, right? The love work that I do. I like to call work that is done in love work. But the word emotion, and you know I like etymology and analyzing words, comes from the Latin words, two words, let's break it down. Ex movere. Ex, spelled E-X, means out. And movere means move. So ex movere means out move, right? Or move out. And later on, it was taken to be a variation of the word ex into e, movere. And in the French, émouvoir means to stir up, to move. And then émouvoir also became another word, émotion, which is emotion, right? Strong feeling. And so when you are feeling a strong feeling, right, you are moving it out from you and you are radiating that strong feeling, right? You're moving it out into the universe. So whenever you feel a strong emotion, you are vibrating at a high frequency, and that strong emotion, whether it's anger or joy or whatever, it's going out into the universe and people can feel it. And the universe can feel it. And you talk about the law of attraction, right? And people talk about this a lot. But it's really about concentrating. Concentrating concisely, specifically on one thing that you want and aligning yourself with the feeling of whatever that one thing is. And there's this amazing monk. His name is Dandapani, and you should look him up. Dandapani, Dandapani. And he has such amazing talks that I love to watch. And one of the things that he said was, it's like when you're an actor, right? Actors, they are themselves. But when they play a part in a movie, you forget that they're the person that they are, and you just see them as the actor. I mean, the person they're acting as, right? So, like, for example, the movie James Bond, there have been a lot of people that have played James Bond, but they all have that same energy when they play the James Bond character. So you forget about that actor, or it's a different actor, and you remember the energy of James Bond. And that's essentially what you have to do with the law of attraction, right? You are giving out your energy and you are aligning with the frequency and the vibration of whatever it is that you want, right? It's sort of like that term, fake it until you make it. A lot of people say that. And when you fake it till you make it, you're acting as if you already have that thing. You're walking, you're carrying yourself, you're carrying your emotions as if you already have whatever it is that you are trying to or working on bringing into your life, right? Sometimes when you go for an interview, they say dress for the job that you want, or even at your job, dress for the job that you want. Right? Because you're putting yourself into that vibrational energy space of what it is you want. And you're vibrating with that frequency. And that's key. Emotion and feeling is key to getting what you want. And concentration is a major part of how we get there. But because today we have so much distraction, right? With social media, with phone notifications going off here and there, and sounds and noises, especially if you live in a city, it can be hard to concentrate. It can be hard to just sit still with yourself and just focus. But I would say concentration is another skill that you build, just like you build your muscles in the gym, right? When you may go to the gym at first, you think to yourself, oh my gosh, I have to do like 10 push-ups. That's a lot. Or I have to lift these weights for 5 reps. They're so heavy. Oh my gosh, I don't know. But after a while of you getting adjusted to this new reality of, okay, I'm going to work out in the gym, right? Your body will adjust as well. It's just like a radio station. Think about it like this, in terms of energy and frequency and vibration and concentration. You want to listen to a specific radio station, right? Let's say you want to listen to Hot 97 or 97.1. If I don't put my dial on 97.1, I'm not going to hear the music that's on that frequency. I'm going to hear static. So if I put the dial even on 97.4, it's kind of close to 97.1. I'll either hear a totally different radio station, a whole nother frequency, whole nother reality of music, or I'll hear static. But what I'm not going to hear is 97.1, right? The radio frequency that I'm trying to hear. So when you yourself are trying to bring certain things into your life, trying to manifest things in your life, it's not always just about the words that are coming out of your mouth, but it's also about a deep belief system. You feeling not only the words that you come out of your mouth, but also you aligning with that feeling really deep inside of you, every fiber of your being, right? When you're watching a movie, for example, if it's a really good movie, you're aligned with the movie. You're in it like you're there, and you might jump when the character jumps, right? You're connected with that frequency. You're vibrating with that energy. Or when you're listening to a song and the song may be so powerful, you feel your hair start to rise, right? On your arm. That's because you're vibrating with that frequency and your concentration is so locked in that you feel the energy of that song. Just like when you turn the dial to 97.1, you hear the music that you want to hear. So I say all this to say that your words have power, but behind your words, you must have emotion, because emotion is the key to manifesting what you want and to attracting into your life what it is that you want. Remember, Kevin had to vibrate at a high frequency and jump up in the air and really say specifically more than once, I'm living alone, right? In order to actually bring that to his reality and live alone. How powerful is that? And yes, people think of that movie as a comedy, and it is funny. It's a little disturbing now that I think about it as an adult. But he was able to create his own reality. And you too, with concentration, with concise, specific words of what you want, what you're manifesting in present, right? Kevin said, I am living alone. He didn't say, I will. He jumped up and down and said, I am living alone. So you speak it into existence as if it's already happening now in the present, right? So emotion, intense energy, jumping up and down, as Kevin did. But for you, it can be just feeling as if you really felt it, as if you're here in the moment with whatever it is you want. And then concise words, I am living alone, whatever it is for you. I am manifesting X amount of money. I am getting the call that I need to get today. I am having an awesome conversation today. I am meeting the person I really want to meet today. When you put yourself fully into that emotion and you are concise and you're concentrating your mind solely on that thing, not with a phone, not with a TV on, just you sitting alone, concentrating on that thing, bringing that thing into your reality. That is the power that you have from within. And that is your power to create. So today I challenge you to spend some time first thinking about what it is you want to bring into your life, what it is you want to create into your new reality. And then write it out specifically and as concisely and specifically as possible. Right? I am living alone. That's very specific. I am manifesting X amount of money. That's very specific. And then speak it into existence, right? So first, think about what it is. Let yourself feel the feeling of you having it. What would that feel like if you had that thing that you want to manifest? What would it look like? How would you feel? What emotions come to mind? What kinds of outfits would you wear? Think about all that stuff. And then you can speak it out loud. Use this beautiful tool we have, that throat chakra. Say it out loud. Repeat it to yourself. You may even want to record yourself saying it. I've done that before. And then you play it and you can repeat it. How did you learn the times tables, right? You learn the times tables by memorizing it over and over and over until you got it. You can do the same thing with bringing things into your life, repeating it over and over and over. You know, there's so many different techniques that you can use when you apply energy in motion with concise words. You can bring whatever it is you desire into your reality, just like Kevin did. So today, spend some time with you. Spend some time concentrating on what it is you want, speaking about what it is you want, writing down concisely, specifically what it is you want, and feeling the energy of what it is you want and letting it vibrate throughout your whole body. That is your power, and that is what is going to help you to create the reality that you want. And why not use your power for good and to bring joy into your life? Have an awesome, beautiful day. Let me know in the comments what you have done with Law of Attraction. Let me know if you try this exercise and how it comes to reality for you. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, love-filled, energy-filled day. Peace out, and thanks for listening. Bye.